Today, let's talk about President Trump. Trump has posted something again. He said that due to China's disrespect for the World Economic Order, as we mentioned a couple of days ago, the tariffs imposed on China were originally 104%. Well, that's not enough. Now it will be directly increased from 104% to 125%. And the remaining more than 70 countries have all come to negotiate with us. They are all afraid of us and are lining up to flatter me, right? Okay, previously I told them that it would all be suspended and postponed for 90 days. During this period, the tax rate will only be increased to the benchmark rate of 10%. The trade war initiated by Trump against the whole world has seemingly turned into a trade war specifically between the United States and China. And this trade war has reached a stage of hand-to-hand combat. It no longer has economic significance. Instead, it has more value in terms of emotions. Here's how things went. First, the United States imposed a 34% tariff, and then China imposed a corresponding 34% tariff. At this time, the United States disdainfully glanced at China, and with a wave of its hand, it imposed an additional 50% tariff. China firmly imposed an additional 50% tariff in response. After this news reached the United States, it made Trump so angry that he posted 6 messages in a row within 3 hours. First, he said, "Calm down, calm down. Everything will be okay. We, the United States, will definitely be stronger than ever before, stronger." I feel that when he posted this message, he must have been suppressing his anger. Just think. So many countries in the world have shown weakness to him. But only China refuses to yield. This is absolute disrespect for the United States. So I guess he was really suppressing his anger. Right after that, he said that the stock market right now is a really good time to buy. He hoped that everyone would hurry up and buy stocks. And he even put the stock code of his Trump organization at the end. Then he posted the information about increasing the tariff on China to 125% and postponing the tariffs on other countries. Trump's series of actions, in my personal opinion, have now turned into an emotional outburst. The spillover effects it has caused are being paid for by other countries in the world. I think this is really a tragedy. But the problem is that the European Union hasn't backed down in the face of the United States, and neither has Canada. But Trump is determined to take revenge on China. Why exactly is that? I personally think there are 2 possibilities. One possibility is that the policies he has implemented in recent days have also scared himself. The stock market has dropped by nearly $10 trillion in recent days. This $10 trillion is equivalent to 1/3 of the US GDP. The stock market is in a state of chaos. He also said that the current market reaction is a bit excessive and asked everyone to stay calm. So Trump might use China's current tough attitude as an excuse to give up on this matter. The second possibility is that Trump's recent chaotic actions might be a way for his group to profit internally. Why do I say so? Just think about it. Trump said that now is a good time to buy stocks and then put his own stock code there. What does that mean? You are the president of a country. Isn't this manipulating the market? I personally think that there is a complete possibility that he is manipulating the market to profit for himself. Third, a few days ago, Trump said that all countries in the world are taking advantage of the United States and are robbing the United States. But overnight, he stopped imposing tariffs on these countries. So are you just tolerating other countries taking advantage of the United States and continuing to rob the United States? Right? So which of your words are true and which are false? It is worth mentioning that Trump's team said that it was all a negotiation strategy and shouldn't be taken seriously. But you are the president of a country. Isn't this manipulating the market? I personally think that there is a complete possibility that he is manipulating the market to profit for himself. Third, a few days ago, Trump said that all countries in the world are taking advantage of the United States and are robbing the United States. But overnight, he stopped imposing tariffs on these countries. So are you just tolerating other countries taking advantage of the United States and continuing to rob the United States? Right? So which of your words are true and which are false? It is worth mentioning that Trump's team said that it was all a negotiation strategy and shouldn't be taken seriously. But you are the president of a country. If people don't take what you say seriously, then whose words can be considered true? Or who else can we ordinary people trust? So in my opinion, from any perspective, Trump's actions in this round are not reasonable. The global trade war has turned into an emotional confrontation between China and the United States, the two major countries. Personally, I think that, in a sense, it's a bit like the United States conducting a test of obedience on the whole world. You see, when he was interviewed by reporters, he said that these countries are all coming to admit defeat to me and are lining up to talk to us. Even when Israel came to talk to him about the 17% tariff imposed on Israel, Trump didn't cancel it. But overnight, after imposing tariffs on China, he canceled the tariffs on those other countries. What else could this be but a test of obedience? If all countries choose to submit to the United States, then the United States imposing tariffs seems reasonable. If some countries submit and some don't, then the United States will deal with those that don't. And in the eyes of the United States, China is currently such a troublemaker.